Is this a good 125? Let's find out. So, this is Crichton. He is a 2017 Yamaha MT 125 ABS. He's a very gorgeous bike, isn't he? So, obviously, yeah, this is a review. Let's go over sort of, the objective stuff before we go over the subjective stuff. Right, so this engine, it's a 4-stroke 125 engine. Pretty sure it's an 8 valve, 4 or 8 valve, I can't remember. I'll put it up on screen. 15 horsepower, 12 newton meters of torque. Tops out at about 84, 85. That's the dash, and as you can see there, comes with ABS both front and rear. I don't think it has combined braking because this is 2017, not 2018, but still. It has a 3-gallon tank, averages at about 115, 120 per gallon. Obviously, it comes with running lights. You can't turn off the lights at all. You get these nice lights down the sides, and then it's always on dip. Oh, fuck off, wind. It's always on dip, and then obviously you can put it on onto high beam. So it comes with a single disc front and obviously single disc rear. Not entirely certain what size wheels these are. I do know that it comes with Michelin Pilot Road tyres. And I think when it's completely stock, it has a wet weight of 140 kilos. ABS adds a couple of kilos. Okay, so let's quickly go over the mods that I have to this as a, sort of a heads up. First off, adjustable folding levers, bar mirrors, R&G heated grips, R&G Bar and heated crash cage, engine cage, R&G exhaust protector, some random eBay tail tidy, and then the official Yamaha chain guard. That was 90 fucking quid. Let's also go over about me. So, obviously, YouTube channel Shades of Kids at I am 6'2" stone, and my experience on bikes is about 1.5 years on bikes, and this is the I think 7th month I've had Crichton. Yeah, I've had Crichton for 7 months. I've been riding with these with the sort of newer ones, so bar orange heated grips and the tail tidy, for about a month or so. Bike before this was another naked bike. It was a shitty Yamazaki YMD 50 with a 110 engine in there. Don't tell the police. But still, this is a massive upgrade. So yeah, from new, this bike's going to be around £4,000. It's kind of expensive for a 125, but it's Yamaha, and you're going to be expecting Japanese quality from it, and you get that. So what are the direct competitors to this from the sort of major manufacturers? Well, you've got the most obvious one, which is the Honda CB 125 from the new from the updated CB range from Honda. Then you've got the KTM Duke 125, which is a gorgeous bike, I must say. And then you've got the Aprilia Tuono 125, which is bike I would have got. If I couldn't have gotten this, I would have got Suzuki GSX 125. Not a massive fan of that personally, but the engine's better than this, I think. And then you have the newer, well, actually it's coming out this year, the new Suzuki, oh for fuck's sake, the new Kawasaki Z125, which is gorgeous. I will say that. If you want a similar bike from Yamaha, what you're going to be looking at? You're going to be looking at a something like an R125 or a YS125. The YS is cheaper, but you're going to be losing power on that, and generally looks as well. It's a commuter bike. And then the R125 is more expensive and has a slightly detuned engine, but you know, this is mostly designed for torque. R125 is designed for speed. Just whilst I'm here, what are the positives to this bike whilst I'm walking around? First off, parts. The parts on this for a 125 are fantastic quality. Exhaust, stock exhaust. I don't really think that, unless you want to be pushing a little bit more power, I don't really think you're going to be needing an exhaust on this, because the stock exhaust sounds great, looks great, and you know, isn't overbearingly loud like a straight pipe, and it creates just a generally nice noise as well. A little bit throaty. The fact that this doesn't look like a 125, it looks like sort of like a, maybe just sort of like a scale, a tiny bit scaled down 07. I will say that this is designed more for a sub 6 foot rider. Also, speaking of performance, if you want really good handling, this is the bike for you. Because these bars provide excellent leverage. These bars also make it really easy to filter, because you're getting a lot, because of that leverage you're getting. Well, you may think that something like a sports bike will be better for filtering because it's, you know, not as wide. But no, these bars mean that you can do quick flicks easily. You can move around really easily. Oh Jesus Christ, you're just both fucking retards, aren't you? Cyclist cunts. No, these bars are not too wide either. Also, with a sort of like a naked bike designed engine, you get really fast pull away, so you riding down and shit, if you're filtering to the front and suddenly realise, oh shit, when you get to the front, oh shit, the light's going green, you can quickly just dump the clutch and get out of that situation easily. You're not having to, you know, massively hold open the throttle and stuff like you would with a With a scooter, you can easily just open the clutch a bit, open the throttle a bit, and you're gone, practically. What else about this bike? Well, generally, the position that it gives you is quite comfortable. Unfortunately, you do get hit with a lot of wind, but hey, you bought a naked bike, what do you expect? This isn't a sinister terrain, but you get, you know, like a nice size screen where you can just, you know, just sit down behind it. Ride for hours and hours. No, you're going to be getting tired after 2 hours of riding from the wind blast. What else? Throttle response, real nice. It's comfortable to, you can very easily just launch straight out, and it can be snappy when you want to, but you know, when you're down low, it's just easy to ride because you're not constantly battling it because of the fueling. You can very comfortably ride this as aggressively or as passively as you want. Push your upper body's nice and upright. Your legs are a little bit... Fuck me. That's something I need to talk about as well. Yeah, your legs are in a sporty crunch almost. Right. You know, because most of this bike is derived from the R125, I'm not going to deny that. Most parts on this bike are just ripped straight from the R125. I don't blame Yamaha for it. It's a cheap answer to the European beginner class for a naked bike, which it's a kind of comfortable bike for commuting on. You're not going to be wanting to kill yourself after 40 minutes of riding. Maybe after about an hour and a half of the wind blast, but even then it's not bad. One thing that might want to make you kill yourself after an hour and a half is the seat. It's pure torture to sit on for more than about an hour and a half. It's so uncomfortable, and it's like overly grippy as well. So where I might be wanting just to shift forward a little bit, I had to stand up on the pegs and then do it, rather than just being able to slide forward a little bit. And it's a really, really hard seat as well. You can tell that it's just ripped straight off of R125 fucking Warwick. And you can tell that it's just ripped straight from the R125, and it's just applied to get you to buy the 200 quid fucking comfort seat, because it directly matches up with the lines of the bike, the design on it, and then you're actually going to be able to comfortably ride on it for more than an hour in one go. And also, whilst it does look like a large bike, it's quite slim, so nice. Kev, son. That's a Daytona 955i, I think. It's gorgeous. Anyway, yeah. You know. Also, a lot of this bike, I will admit straight up, a lot of it's a marketing ploy. You know, you can tell where things have been cheaped out on a bit, so that then Yamaha can say, oh, if you want something decent, here's the catalogue. The fact that I'll be needing to spend 200 quid on a comfort seat kit rather than being able just to straight up buy just the seat, just one seat. Yeah, there's a lot of this bike that you can tell Yamaha just wanted to go, oh yeah, you want a little bit more weather protection, you want a chain guard, that's not some plastic shit that will shatter immediately as soon as the chain touches it. That's gonna be 90 quid. Yeah, the chain guard for this from Yamaha is 90 fucking quid. And unfortunately, we had to pay that. It's like the fucking Yamaha heated grips. 100 fucking quid. Who wants to pay 100 fucking quid just to not have fucking hands that will freeze immediately? Well, I certainly fucking don't. That's why I paid 30 quid for these R&G heated grips. Because they actually do the fucking job. And really fucking well at that. So they're not on at the moment, but, you know. It's like a tiny screen the size of my this L plate costs like 2 quid. This screen, this exact same size as this, just with a tiny little bracket to hold it, 90 fucking quid. I'm not paying 90 quid for a little shitey black screen, when I can easily just go to Pyramid Plastics or whatever, pay 70 quid and get a screen 3 times the size. Also, the levers Yamaha offer for this bike are shit. You can't adjust them. You can't adjust the stock ones, and then the aftermarket ones they have aren't foldable, nor are they nor can you shorten or extend them. They're practically the exact same levers, just with a tiny little shitty thing on them, and they charge you 100 quid for each lever. Like, why? There's nothing that those levers can do over these. Maybe, yeah, build quality, but these fold. I can extend them and shorten them when slash if I want to. They're not going to snap on me. And they're a third of the price. If probably just a quarter. And these are CNC levers just from fucking China. Alright, what else is there to complain about with this bike? There's fuel gauge. That's one thing that desperately needs to be improved. Like, desperately. Like, if you're riding, you know, in a city, which is going to be spending most of your time upright or maybe about there, fucking point of that? Yeah, it's fairly accurate, but you know, if you're riding aggressively or in somewhere like, you know, on these roads, even just the slightest tip will make it seem like you've lost 1 or 2 bars of fuel. And you know, ultimately you don't have to worry about fuel as much in you don't have to worry about fuel as much with one of these, because it's a 125. It has a 3-gallon tank, averaging about 345 miles per tank if you don't ride like a dick, like I do. But still, unless you ride like an absolute fucking maniac, don't short shift, don't, you know, generally don't take care of it, you're going to be doing around 100 miles, but still, you're going to be doing around 300 miles still to a tank. And it only costs 15 fucking quid to fill it up. But still, I need to know when I'm running out of fuel, and especially if I'm doing a longer journey, I don't want to constantly be staring down at my fucking fuel gauge, because I'm nervous about the fact that it's going up and down for no apparent fucking reason. Don't you fucking go for it, you old cunt. Yeah, if I'm going out on a tour or something, I want to be able to know that I have enough fuel, not constantly have to sit looking down whilst I'm doing fucking 60-70, just staring at the fuel gauge. And I can't tell whether or not it's because it's just the fuel gauge directly ripped from the MT-07, because it has this adaptive fucking fuel shit that tells you how much fuel you have versus your... You could have gone for that. It tells you how much fuel you have in the style that you're riding in. So if you're riding fucking fast, it will drain quite quickly, but if you're, you know, riding slowly, it won't... I didn't describe it right. No, ultimately it's like this adaptive, intelligent bullshit. Just tell me how much I need to... Just tell me how much fuel I have. Not, you know... Don't judge me on how fucking fast I'm riding, and then punishing me for it by saying, oh yeah, you could be running out of fuel in the next 20 miles or 100 miles. We honestly don't know. On that note, one thing I will say is fuel cap is... I both like it and dislike it, because you can fully take it off and it looks very nice, but you know, well, that's nice. Yeah, I'd much rather have just one that I can just flip up, fill up, put it back down, and then just piss off. Okay, so in this situation as well, I need to just say brakes, shit. Stock brakes are absolute fucking shit. And so is the ABS. So, like these brakes, the rear brake doesn't give you much feel. I don't trust old people in cars. They're retarded. But no, I don't. It's like this rear brake. It does the job at low speed, but you know, if I'm having to panic brake and slamming both of my brakes onto full, the ABS kicks in, and then it's like I'm not even using the rear brake, even though I can feel that I'm putting it all the way down. It doesn't do its fucking job. ABS kicks in, and you know, it just makes you lose all brake feel, and it's almost like you're not even touching the brake anymore. It's like it just entirely forgets that you're trying to brake, and instead you'll just be like, oh no, you don't want to brake, you might lock up. I'd rather lock up the rear and be able to control that than lock the front. But that's the problem. You can easily lock the front on this. The ABS doesn't kick in on the front. Like the bike before this, like that I learned to ride on, did not have ABS, and I'd much rather not have ABS than deal with the shitty ABS that this has, because the front will just lock and the rear will fuck you up, especially if I'm, you know, filtering or whatever. The rear brake is going to be the thing that I'm going to be using the most. I don't want to then have to slam on my front and risk locking the front, and have to deal with that shit, because locking the front is fucking terrifying. Locking the rear is nowhere near as bad, because it's possible to control a fucking skid. Until the front's locked, you put in any kind of input, you're fucked. And generally, these brakes aren't great either. In the first place, you know, you just applying brakes. Hang on, like clear behind. Like, the forks sink in and everything, but there's not that much braking. Also, another thing that I need to complain about. God, I'm complaining about a lot with this bike, but it's genuinely an awesome bike. I'm glad to own it. The stock mirrors are just shite completely. They look ugly. They stick out like a good 1 or 2 inches beyond the bars. Even with these extended R&G bar ends, they were sticking out a good inch or 2, and then the effective space of them is shit. So I'd have to fully move my arm if I wanted to look behind me with either mirror. I couldn't without having to move my fucking arm in. That's why I went for these bar end mirrors. Because whilst these stick out about the same sort of amount, ultimately they're more effective. I just don't understand why manufacturers give us these shit mirrors that don't fucking work. Especially when, you know, a lot of us guys and some women are wide-shouldered 6+, and we can't use them. So we have to resort to getting these basically illegal mirrors. Well, they're not illegal. It's not even. You don't even have to have mirrors, but you know. Alright, let's go back to some good stuff. Right. You know, this is quite a lightweight bike, so it's easily flickable, easily manoeuvrable. So yeah, you know, moving it about, if you do drop it or whatever, it's easy to pick up. Fortunately I haven't, you know, dropped it yet, but if I did, it'd be easy to pick up. It's only 140 kilos. Also, these headlights, for stock headlights, they're fucking awesome. I can actually see shit. I don't really have... GoPros don't really give a good of an indication, you know, of what they're actually like, but still, they're really... Even the dips are fucking good. But if necessary, I could probably ride all the way home from Yeovil whilst it's midnight, just on dip, and be able to see perfectly fine. Oh. Yeah, you can see how shit the seat is. There's no give to it at all.